Tour de France 2024. Criticism of Visma Vingegaard's final mountain stage. Missed opportunities. A missed chance for glory. Experts question Visma's strategy in the Tour de France's final mountain stage. The Tour de France has been a hotbed of tactical analysis and social media commentary, with Team Visma-Lease bike's approach under intense scrutiny. While reactions vary day to day, the general consensus after the La Plaine mountain stage was one of disappointment regarding their lack of aggressive moves. Vingegaard has essentially sabotaged his own chances. The Alps offered no advantage, neither yesterday nor today, and he made 0 attempts today. Visma usually gets it right, but in this case, I believe they got it wrong, commented José de Cauwer, a Sporza commentator. While the Dutch team launched an all-out attack on stage 18 with Sepp Kuss and Matteo Jorgensen, neither rider had the strength on Friday to make a significant impact. With the stage shortened, Tadej Pogačar's unwavering performance and UAE's relentless high pace left no opportunity for Jonas Vingegaard to gain valuable time in the overall classification. The primary goal then became stage victory, but Renat Schott believes Vingegaard raced too cautiously, missing an opportunity to battle with Pogačar for stage wins. I sense it happening. Vingegaard is either fortunate or unfortunate that Lipowitz did the heavy lifting for him. Schott observes. It was within reach. Lipowitz set it up, but he fell short. I find that incredibly disappointing, Schott adds. And it's not that he's a coward. I retract that statement. However, I believe this was a missed opportunity. As a sports director, I would have urged Vingegaard to take the initiative, especially given Lipowitz's role. Tour de France update. Pogačar set to win GC. Visma's efforts fall short. Tour de France update. Despite Kuss's Herculean efforts, Pogačar's victory in GC is all but assured. As we approach the climax of the 2025 Tour de France, it's clear that one cyclist has the race firmly in his grasp. Tadej Pogačar is on the cusp of a general classification GC victory that looks all but assured. But here's where it gets controversial. The race has been a showcase of human endurance and the power of teamwork, yet the final result seems almost preordained. For the past week, Jonas Vingegaard, the leader of the Visma-Lease bike team, has been receiving stellar support from Sepp Kuss, a rider hailing from Durango. Kuss has been nothing short of a domestique extraordinaire, but even his efforts have not been enough to close the gap between Vingegaard and Pogačar. As of the 20th stage, Pogačar leads Vingegaard by a staggering 4 minutes and 24 seconds in the GC standings. The question on everyone's mind is, why has Pogačar been so dominant? Part of the answer lies in his performance in the time trials, where Vingegaard faltered notably in stages 5 and 12. Kuss himself admitted to Velo, "There's always a point where it just comes down to if you have the legs or not." Despite his valiant efforts, including a 99th place finish in stage 20, Kuss has been unable to overturn the significant lead Pogačar built early on, and this is the part most people miss. While Vingegaard's efforts have been admirable, the real story is Pogačar's extraordinary consistency. His lead is so commanding that even with Kuss's assistance, Vingegaard's chances of a miraculous comeback are slim. The final stage into Paris is a flat finish, which favors Pogačar's strengths, but let's not overlook the impressive performances of other riders. Kuss's teammate Quinn Simmons, while not at his peak, has still managed to finish the grueling race. And Pogačar's UAE team Emirates XRG is on track to be dethroned by Visma-Lease bike, which holds a significant lead in the team classification. As we prepare for the final stage, I have to ask, do you think Pogačar's dominance has overshadowed the efforts of other riders? Or is this simply a case of one cyclist being in a league of his own? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. In the end, the 2025 Tour de France has been a thrilling showcase of cycling prowess, and Pogačar's victory in the GC is a testament to his incredible talent and the power of a well-executed strategy. But the race has also reminded us of the importance of resilience and the role of team dynamics in one of the world's most grueling sporting events. Sepp Kuss, we tried everything to beat Pogačar at Tour de France. The battle to beat Pogačar, Visma-Lease bike's relentless effort, and Sepp Kuss's reflections on the Tour de France. Nantua, France, Velo. Not bad. Fake gold, quips Sepp Kuss, glancing at the basic fit medal draped around his neck after stage 20 sign-on ceremony. The medal is awarded to the leaders of the Tour de France team classification, but it's clear that this shiny trinket isn't what Kuss or his team came for. They were chasing something far more prestigious, the yellow jersey. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite their best efforts, Visma-Lease bike and their star rider Jonas Vingegaard couldn't outpace Tadej Pogačar, the seemingly untouchable force from UAE Team Emirates XRG. And this is the part most people miss. How hard they truly tried. Kuss, one of the standout domestiques during the grueling Alpine stages, played a pivotal role in setting up opportunities for Vingegaard to strike back against Pogačar. "We did everything we possibly could," Kuss explains with a reflective tone. "There comes a moment when it all boils down to whether you've got the legs or not. We seized every chance we had." Kuss was instrumental in executing Visma's race strategy, especially during Stage 18's climb up Col de la Madeleine. His mission? To push the pace alongside podium contenders like Pogačar, Vingegaard, and Lipowitz, creating a punishing rhythm designed to break the competition. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. After a brief lull in the valley, Lipowitz surged ahead, leaving Visma scrambling to reel him back in. Visma-Lease bike threw everything but the kitchen sink at Pogačar. Tactical moves in the hills, crosswinds, and high mountains, but none of it worked. When asked if he'd change anything about their approach, Kuss shakes his head. "No, when you're racing against someone like Pogačar, you can get as creative as you want. But ultimately, there's a point where you just have to beat him outright." Pogačar's dominance was undeniable, while Vingegaard managed to lose only 11 seconds to him in the final week, including finishes at Mont Ventoux, Col de la Loze, and La Plagne. The real damage occurred earlier in the race, specifically during Stage 5's time trial and Stage 12's brutal ascent to Hautacam, where Vingegaard lost over 3 minutes combined. Still, despite falling short, Kuss insists that being part of such an ambitious effort was rewarding. "There are always moments when you think, maybe I'd do things differently. But that's the beauty of racing. You make decisions based on instinct and what feels right in the moment. Overall, I'm happy with how it went." Kuss believes Vingegaard should take pride in finishing second. Of course, Jonas wanted to win, but when you're competing against someone so strong and know you've given your absolute best, you have to walk away satisfied. Vingegaard echoed this sentiment after Stage 19, atop La Plagne, saying, Pogačar has been the strongest rider here by far. He deserves to win. Sometimes, you just have to accept it, and I accept it now." What about Kuss himself? Though he dropped significantly behind the winner Caden Groves on Stage 20, finishing almost 23 minutes later and slipping to 17th overall, the American remains upbeat about his performance. "Definitely," he says. "The first half of the race was tough for me, but I felt great in the second half. My numbers are good, and my form feels solid. The level of competition this year was staggering. It's incredibly high," Kuss admits. "Some days, it's just hard to stay in the mix. But honestly, I'm thrilled with how I handled it." Asked about personal highlights, Kuss pauses thoughtfully before recalling Stage 4 to Rouen, a day etched in his memory as one of the toughest. "That was a rough one," he chuckles. "I barely made it to the finish line." Looking ahead, Kuss shows no signs of slowing down. There won't be any post-tour vacations for him. Instead, he's already preparing for the Vuelta a España, which kicks off on August 23rd in Turin, Italy. Once again, he'll play a supporting role, likely aiding Vingegaard in another bid for Grand Tour glory. It's a demanding role, yet Kuss embraces it wholeheartedly. "I'm already excited for it," he says with a laugh. "The Tour is the ultimate training ground for the Vuelta." So, what do you think? Should teams like Visma focus solely on outsmarting Pogačar, or is raw power simply unbeatable? Share your thoughts in the comments below.